स्टार्ट। जो फिलहाल मैं डिक्टेट करने वाला हूँ ये कॉमन वर्ड का कंटेंट है। इसके अंदर जो फ्रेजोग्राफी जो वर्ड्स है बहुत ही कॉमन है, मीन्स आप मोस्टली बना सकते हैं, कोई टफ वर्ड नहीं मिलेगा आपको। तो आपके इनिशियल स्टेज के लिए बहुत अच्छा है, और जो बच्चे अभी स्टार्टअप कर रहे हैं उनको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। मतलब कि वो एक भी वर्ड ऐसा नहीं मिलेगा कि आप अनफेमिलियर फील करो। इसकी आउटलाइन कैलाश चंद की आउटलाइन से भी आसान है, लेकिन काफ़ी ज़्यादा यूजेबल है। ये ऐसे वर्ड है जो हर आउटलाइन के अंदर बार बार आते हैं। ठीक है, तो मैक्सिमम कोशिश करेंगे कि आपके वर्ड ना छूटे। रेडी हो? स्टार्ट। Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, I gladly welcome the budget, which is rural oriented and is also aiming at relieving the poor sections of the country. Sir, the budget could be assessed from the facts that we have seen of what had happened last year or in the last financial year. The country had faced severe drought and flood in almost all parts of India, and we should congratulate the finance minister and his ministry for being able to work out a budget which would meet the situation in the country. I would not like to go into particulars of the budget. Many leading members of the House have criticized and many have appreciated the provisions of the budget and the policies and programs involved therein. I would like only to take this opportunity to highlight some of the problems that we faced in the backward regions, in particular of the northeastern region where I come from. Even after 50 years of independence, we find that transport is still the main problem of the northeastern region. For instance, we have in the hill states problems even with regard to accommodation in trains. I have raised questions a number of times about the availability of seats for travelers from the hill states to different parts of the country. There are some railway out agencies in some capitals of the hill states, but the quotas allotted to them is so small that it does not even meet a very small percentage of the travelers. Poor people here have to depend on the railways to go outside their states or regions for many reasons, mainly for medical treatment, because we do not have adequate medical facilities in the region. They could not avail themselves of the air transport too. Even in regard to the service of food, this region is being looked down upon by so many of the authorities. Of course, these 8 only my observations, and I am not making them by way of complaints. Same is the ways with roads in this region. We have some national highways. There is one national highway between Shillong and the rest of the state and also Bangladesh. There is one bridge constructed 80 years ago by the British government, which could permit only trucks with 10-ton load, but now the traffic has increased and trucks of 20-ton loads ply frequently. The overall indications of economic performance have been better than in any previous year or severe drought. This is because of the plans and programs of the government under the leadership of Sri Rajiv Gandhi, our party president and the Prime Minister. Honorable Finance Minister this time has viewed the grievance of all sectors of levies and tried to redress it up to maximum possible levels against all odds of the resource mobilization and non-plan expenditure. Besides, efforts the opposition parties for destabilization of our government. I am happy for conceding to our request of extending transport subsidy to all hill areas for LPG cylinders by the Honorable Finance Minister. But I would request that this subsidy be made applicable for industrial production also in the hill areas as well, only for small scale sectors, because medium and large sectors get concessions in bulk purchasing. I appreciate the abolitions of taxes on properties and surcharge on wealth tax to mobilize the resources. This policy is a clear indication of a welfare state which shall raise the standard of living of the people. Regarding tax policies, I would like to mention for implementation duties leviable and surcharge as central excise and customs duty on goods used by 100% export-oriented units. The goods of Indian origin used by these 100% export-oriented units may be exempted for surcharges, etc. However, surcharge of 5% on foreign goods used by export-oriented units may be levied, but full-time reimbursement of countervailing duty and surcharge on auxiliary duty may be exempted, so that foreign capital in Indian industry is progressive to have healthy competition. Now, I would draw the attention of the Honorable Finance Minister to the problem faced by every Indian family because of social customs, that is, presentation of gold jewelry at marriage ceremony. I would request the Finance Minister to allow relaxation of baggage rules, incorporating the free clearance of 1 tola of gold. Gold jewelry brought by the incoming Indian passengers only. To earn revenue, government can impose a very nominal customs duty in foreign exchange on gold and gold jewelry if more than 1 tola brought by Indian passengers. This scheme shall minimize gold smuggling and satisfy the Indian passengers and laborers coming from abroad to fulfill their social customs with the facilities provided by the government. 792 वर्ड है। कॉन्वर्ट टू बी का ये 7 नंबर है। आप स्पीड इसकी 85 के आसपास है।